Jayson Tatum, before I say this, I was very proud of his play before the NBA Finals.
Coming into the finals,
you've seen his top two player in the NBA. Curry's definitely passed him, I think. And he took down the Bucks, going down from 3-2 at a huge game on the road in Milwaukee. He took down Kevin Durant, took down the Miami Heat. He did not show up in these finals, and honestly, I believed in him much more than I do now.
Yeah. So if you break it down game by game, it wasn't necessarily that every game was bad. It's just he never really seemed to hit his stride fully. We've seen a lot more out of him than what we saw during these finals. To be honest with you, a lot of people were saying he's playing hurt. There was a video I saw of him holding onto his shoulder during the Miami series. I don't know how much I can put on that. The truth is, Jaylen Brown throughout the finals really looked like the better player.
He was the better player.
And it was apparent in his efficiency, in his defense, and just in the way he just ran the game. He was a much better game manager than Tatum was throughout the entire series.
That just cannot happen to you, period. If you are supposed to be a top 3 player in the NBA, you can't go into the finals looking like this at all. And I think Jayson Tatum will take that to heart. Yeah. I saw a stat that these finals, Jayson Tatum had such similar stats to LeBron's first finals, where they got killed by San Antonio. He was young. He didn't have much help, although Tatum did. But maybe Tatum will use this as fuel to get back there. But I'm honestly disappointed in his play. He did not take over once throughout a game. I did not see in any of their wins or losses late game Tatum scoring a ton. He wasn't. I feel like the Warriors' defense was good, but you gotta, if you're a top 5 player in the NBA, go over that. The Warriors' defense can be as good as possible. If you're supposed to be the second best player in the NBA, you have to be scoring 30 at some point in a 6-game series in the finals.
And the most problematic stat I saw, and it's probably been everywhere by now, is Tatum during this postseason had the most turnovers by a player ever in a postseason. He had, I think, 100. Yeah. That's ridiculous. If you want to be considered a top 2 player in the NBA, you need to be efficient like a top 2 player in the NBA. You can't be a top 2 scorer and be considered a top 2 player. You need to be an all-around player.
I mean, I was going to say that. He did also, though, lead the playoffs in points and assists.
Yeah.
But I'm hating on him a lot in these finals because I was honestly expected so much more of him. I expected the Celtics to go out and win this series because I knew what the Warriors were going to bring. The Warriors did everything I knew they would. Everyone's talking to be like, oh, you're wrong about the Warriors. I wasn't wrong about the Warriors. I was wrong about the Celtics. I thought the Celtics were up to this moment. I thought they were ready, and they just showed us that they weren't. But we got to take into account Jayson Tatum's play before the finals.